9-5, bloodshot tired eyes, 6 hours down and 4 more left to go. 2 hands on the wheel of a cage made out of steel, hoping I can keep it on the road just long enough that I can make it home. So I grind, push these pedals to the floor, hopes high that the pains with the war, and I fight with these hell I'm driving through. But I don't mind driving if the driving's gonna lead me back to you. It was one hell of a show, but I just want you to know it's killing me to be so far away. Is they're always on my mind, and all these dotted lines remind me of what I'm missing every day. And I grind, push these pedals to the floor, hopes high that the pains with the reward, and I fight with this hell I'm driving through. But I don't mind driving if the driving's gonna lead me back to you. 30 minutes I'll be going way too fast, not stopping till I reach you, or I run out of gas. And I grind, push these pedals to the floor, hopes high that the pain's with the reward, and I fight with this hell I'm driving through. I don't mind driving if the driving's gonna lead me back to you. I don't mind driving if the driving's gonna lead me back to you.
The story behind the Drivin is a little bit, well, I can't tell you the whole thing, but I was on a gig. I drove from Boston down to New Jersey. We did this show where, okay, this is kind of silly. You're going to think this is silly. So I forgot my pants, and I ended up wearing the sound guy's pants, which were skinny jeans. My buddy Greg, let's see him. So the skinny jeans were too tight for boots, and I ended up wearing the boots underneath the jeans, and it was hilarious. It was a whole thing. It was just obnoxious. It was way too tight and very, very showing. But anyway, so we drove really far down, and then we had to go back to Massachusetts the next morning. So this is about 6-7 hours down. I had to go back to Massachusetts the next morning to do a corporate event. And so we ended up going to Walmart or something to get some jeans so I could have some jeans for the next day, which basically took us an hour and a half, 2 hours out of our way. Anyway, poor planning. I'm flying back we're going to stay in Connecticut. I won't say where in Connecticut, but I was flying and I was going way too fast. There were about 7 or 8 people in the van with us. We ended up showing up about 3 a.m. and I called ahead to say, hey, we're going to be there. We're going to get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep maybe, but at least I get a shower or something. And so I'm trying to tell the story so I don't incriminate myself too much. I get there. They don't have our room. The guy was not helpful. I said, I paid. I called the number. I said, yeah, right here. I called the number. He says, hold on a second. And he gets us, hello. And I go, yeah, it's me. So he was the guy I talked to. He did some schemy thing where he was doing some sketchy thing where he probably sold my room, even though I called him a few hours. And I told him exactly what time he'd be there. And we showed up exactly that time. He said, there's no room. I said, can you at least help us find a room? No, Can't do anything. So let's just say I lost my cool after a long day, about 12 hours of driving, 13, maybe even 14 hours of driving. Long show, no sleep, and this guy was not helpful. Anyway, let's get from there. I'll skip but we ended up, I'll skip the part that's incriminating. And I had blood on me and it was a whole thing. It was crazy from a situation that happened. Anyway, I did not hit anyone. Let's just say that. Though I did aggressively talk to him because I knew he was doing something sketchy, but I was too exhausted to even argue or call the police. But the police did end up showing up. Anyway, we did find the place, got about 2 hours of sleep, got a bunch of band-aids for my hands, and it was a hilarious event. If you're ever in person with me, I'll tell you more about it, but I don't want to put this online too much. And we ended up going to the show. But that weekend. It was where that song was inspired. I came back and I wrote the song in mind, the driving. But it was really about just being on the road and just the craziness of it and just trying to get home. When you're home and you're in your own bed, it is a nice thing. Because when you're out there, so much can happen, so much craziness can happen. The danger that's on the road, the situations that arise. But we ended up doing the corporate gig the next day and it was fine. But I ended up buying everybody a breakfast the next day, apologizing for acting less than professional, let's say. But I think anyone in my position would have either given up or done a lot worse. So anyway, the driving. I hope you enjoy the song and the story. And make sure you subscribe, share, like. I appreciate you.